A crazy afternoon here at the Hybrid Fitness Stadium. It ended Merstham 2, Herne Bay 2. It was end to end. There was chances, there was yellow cards, all to do. But unfortunately, Merstham, I'm going to say to manager James Decruz, does it feel like maybe you snatched a draw from the jaws of victory today?
As in 2 points dropped? Yeah, I think if you
was that a bit too poetic? Was it? Sorry.
No. It's one of those, ain't it? Because we know Herne Bay are a good side. They beat us quite convincingly at their place, and then you go 2-0 up, and I thought we started really, really well. I actually thought we had a couple more chances after 2-0 that you score that, and it's 3-4 now. And we've got that habit, haven't we? We start well, we can really put teams to a sword. If we don't start well, we seem to, I know that's football, but I feel like there's no middle ground with us. I feel we're one extreme or the other. But went 2-0 up, two really, really good goals. I thought we then controlled overall the first half quite well without having loads of the ball. I thought they were restricted to their centre halves, trying to get crosses in, and we were quite comfortable with that. I don't really remember Endo having a save to make the first half. I might be wrong. There was maybe the one where it was offside anyway. But yeah, and then second half, we spoke, just don't concede within that first 10-15 minutes. We did a really poor goal to give away 2-1. But then we seemed to have our spell again. So for 20 minutes, I thought we then had our spell. Kind of came a little bit of a basketball game. They were creating half chances. We were creating half chances. And then about 10 to go, 15 to go, they scored. I thought it was a scrappy goal. Soft shot. Edge of the box has gone under Endo. And yeah, we settled for a point in the end. But frustrating, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, has Endo said anything about the second goal? Because he looked like he went down a bit late for it from where we were.
Yeah, I think he's disappointed, but that's okay. So, it's okay to be disappointed. Endo's been brilliant for us this season. He hasn't made many mistakes, and, he's a young keeper. I think people forget he's so young. He's only 19. So he'll learn from those experiences, and he's so committed to make him a better keeper long term.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think fundamentally changed during half-time then? Because was it the fact that they came out and scored as early as we did in the first half that swung the momentum?
A little bit. Obviously, our striker pulled up, so we knew he looked like he was going to come off at half-time, but he gave us a physical outlet. Once he had to come off, we didn't have that no more, which meant, we struggled to compete higher up the pitch physically. They were very dominant in terms of, winning headers, good clearances, strong. We tried to get down the sides of them, and we did at times, but not as frequent as we would have liked. And like I said, for me, just the nature of the goals, if they had created two really good opportunities and well worked and they'd carved us open, you kind of accept it. I thought the two goals we considered were sloppy, and Herne Bay had loads of possession. They're a good side. Just the nature of the two goals was frustrating.
Yeah, so after Quain went off, obviously we spoke off camera, he said that we didn't really have a physical presence up front. Was it then a little bit disappointing to see us a little bit sloppy when we got balls in good positions in the final third, not to find that third killer pass?
Yeah, and listen, Aaron Lamont would have been in contention today, but unfortunately he's ill. Corey's not ready to play just yet, so it restricted us a little bit. We got Billy Oram, who's still coming back, obviously building these minutes back up. And I said to Bill in there, for me, there was, Bill's great at his slide passes, isn't he? But there was times today where you could drive 20 yards and get us up the pitch, and then you make their decision a little bit harder, and we didn't do that quite right. Forced at times, I thought. The final ball was forced, and actually I thought if we had got those combinations right, we could have hurt them, and when we did, we seemed to be offside as well. So, yeah, I thought the plan was fairly right. I thought our shape was good. I thought we limited them to loads of opportunities, even though they had a large percentage of the game. I just thought in possession, we looked tired, we looked leggy, we made poor decisions. Yeah, I feel like for us, if we had got the 3-1, I think June Malloy's had a great shot and worked the keeper, and if we had gone 3-1, we would have ended up managed the game, but we didn't. And then, they've had their spell and scored. So
it was unfortunate. Let's talk about positive then. We absolutely flew out the blocks. 2-0 up in under 8 minutes. You guys must have been in dreamland in the dugout. You decided to put Lorenzo back in today. He's been on the bench a fair bit since the new year. Great to see him break his goal drought. What was the thinking behind getting him involved?
Just feel like he's deserved it. He was instrumental in our good start when we first come in. He hasn't really done anything wrong. It's just, I was trying to coach him in a two, and getting him to make those runs, and I think he did. He done exactly what we asked him at times. And what a goal, he's capable of scoring those, and there were a few other situations which nearly arose.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can say that.
and then it would get stuck under his feet where he probably is lacking that little bit of match sharpness, which, you know, we can accept that. But great goal, worked his socks off, and fair play. He's actually fasting as well, so fair play to not, you know, sleep very well and not eat or drink. You know, incredible performance from him. So yeah, really good.
Yeah, really good. And HP as well got on the score sheet. Always good to see him there. Now in the second half, he had a clearance and it hit the top of the boardroom, hit the roof. And I don't know if it's coincidence, but all the lights went out. Does that say something?
It sums up HP, probably. Yeah, sums him up. Seems to want to ruin every. Nah, joking. I'll remind him of that when he tries to moan and laugh about his goal. About time he scored, to be fair. Yeah, doesn't surprise me. HP does HP things. So, yeah, I actually thought HP had a good performance today. So, yeah, I can forgive him for turning the lights out.
That's good stuff. In the cold light of day then, you know, you probably look at this result now, maybe let the dust settle a day or two and you think, actually, yeah, decent point against a side that, you know, if they'd won today, they would have gone into the playoff positions. We always seem to do quite well against the sides in the top half, don't we? But we need to start picking up some points against those in and around us, don't we?
Exactly what we've just said to them in there. Be annoyed, be frustrated. They are, you know, there's frustration amongst them, although they're relieved we've picked up something, I think, because, you know, you want to break that duck. You know, we haven't lost more than 2 games in the spin since we've come in, and that's, you know, something we don't want to do. Would we have took a point prior to the game? We believe at home we can beat anyone, so I don't know if we would have chomped at the bit, but I don't think it's the worst point, especially with results around us. The majority lost or drew, so, you know, it's another game gone. Yeah. But totally agree that, you know, our mentality's got to be beat those sides around us. It's, you know, we prove we're a good side. We compete against everyone. We've had some amazing results against the sides above us and those sides who are pushing for promotion and playoffs, but go back that up with more consistent performances with teams around us. And that's where we're at as a group at the moment. We just got to build on that consistency. I feel like I've been saying that to you since the first game. 24 games in now, 25 games in, I still think we're split, like half results, half not. Or I think we've got a few more positive results. We just got to turn that around and be more consistent. But yeah, we're on a steady road up. I think you look at the performance we played them last time, lost 2-0, could have been more, didn't really trouble them. We've gone and got a point against them today and arguably disappointed with a point. So yeah, we'll build from that.
It's just the fact that we were 2-0 up so early and we dominated most of the first half, isn't it? That I think that if you say, oh, we would have taken a point beforehand, but on reflection you'll think, no.
And you never want to do that, do you? You never want to go a few goals up and think, because you start believing you're going to get 3 points or hoping you're going to get 3 points, and then actually, all right, we've got to settle for a point. Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever be happy with even a 1-0. You know, you go 1-0, but 2-0, you know, they say 2-0's dangerous scoreline, biggest cliche in football. But you know, today's proven that. I think it's the first time we've gone a couple of goals up and then ended up conceded. And, you know, Broadbridge game, I think, was one of those, but I think we can be forgiven for that.
The 6-6, in case you've forgotten about that.
Goals in there, I can't remember what way it went. But yeah, listen, we'll move on, and yeah, we got to beat teams around us. Yeah.
Now, final question: you mentioned earlier Jude nearly scored in the second half. Check out the highlights, Merstham TV on YouTube. Do you think he's going to get a goal before the end of the season? I think he deserves one. His performances have been good, but is he a goal scorer?
No, he's not.
Thank you very much for your time, Jamie.
No, but we're getting there. We love Jude, but you know, I think he's been excellent since he's come in. I actually think he's been really harshly treated in terms of not winning man of the matches more frequently. There's been some games I thought, how's he not won it? He did remind me inside that he's on 5 assists so far since joining us, which is quite positive. Can I see him scoring? It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Let's try. I mean, his effort today weren't bad, and that was on his right foot.
On his right foot as well, yeah. I mentioned that in commentary, yeah. It was, yeah.
So he's so quick, isn't he? I feel sometimes he gets beyond the ball, and then he's trying to play catch-up. But yeah, he's been brilliant. I hope he does. He deserves to go.
Trying to play catch-up? No, that's a catchphrase, mate. You're thinking tipping point, aren't you? That's what you...
Ben Shepherd, look-alike, yeah.
Jamie, thanks very much, mate, as always. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.